Local myths and superstition. Every Singaporean should know. Don't do this, don't do that. These superstitions have been around forever. It's a modern world we live in now with advanced public transportation systems. Super futuristic buildings, but we're still the most superstitious people around. Our irrational belief in all things supernatural means age-old superstitions remain. From the ridiculous to the ones that hold some sort of logic explanation, let's talk superstitions. Number 1. Avoid unlucky number 13. From Friday the 13th to the number of the beast to the unlucky number 4, digit-related superstitions are aplenty. Whether you have triskaidekaphobia or just want to play things safe, you tend to find yourself avoiding all things 13. Around the world, including Singapore, the double digit is synonymous with bad luck, which is one of the reasons many companies such as hotels use another way of numbering or labeling to avoid the number. Many people also hesitate at the idea of staying on the 13th floor. The number 4, on the other hand, is considered unlucky as it sounds a lot like death in Mandarin. Number 2. Don't point directly at the moon. Urban legend has it that if you stare and point directly at the moon, especially a full one, the back of ears will get cut off while you sleep at night. With many naughty kids still having their ears intact, this myth is busted. Nonetheless, this superstition is likely to have originated from Taiwan, where it's believed that people who point at the moon will bring bad luck upon themselves, as such action is deemed disrespectful towards the moon goddess change. Number 3. Taking a piss in the wild has rules. If somehow you manage to find yourself in the most rural part of Singapore, where not a single public toilet is in sight and you need tones where the call of nature, what do? Carry on, of course, like primal creatures we are, but it is most important to apologize. Or say sorry out loud before you take that sneaky wee, because you may be peeing on the homes of others. Number 4. Don't whistle at night. Superstition or not, whistling late at night is just plain creepy. According to local superstition, whistling at night draws the attention of wandering spirits who will inevitably follow you home. Truth is, we highly suspect that it's something the adults made up when we were kids to shut us up before bedtime. Number 5. Touch wood. More of an expression than a myth, the phrase touch wood is commonly heard when someone says something negative and immediately starts tapping the table or anything wood. What does it all mean? The practice stems from the pagan belief that malevolent spirits inhabited wood. So by knocking on wood, it means that you've expressed a hope for the future, so you should touch wood to prevent the spirits from hearing and presumably preventing your hopes from coming true. Number 6. Never tap a gambler's shoulder. During a heated gambling session, it's best to lay your hands off players in the game, even if it is for reassuring pot or squeeze. It's Chinese superstition that touching the shoulders of the gambler would wash away of their luck. So next time you're in any of the major casinos, best to keep your hands to yourself. Number 7. If you want a good-looking spouse, you have to finish your food first. There is absolutely no link whatsoever between the statements. Come on, too easy. We obviously know this is a ploy parents use to prevent food wastage. Unless of course it has happened someone in real life remember to hit us up. Number 8. Don't sleep facing the mirror. This one gets a little spooky. According to Feng Shui, your soul leaves your body when you are in a slumber. Looking at the mirror inevitably will put you in rude shock, as the reflection will reflect your soul, which probably looks nothing like what you imagined, which in turn might lead to your soul never wanting to return to your body. A sort of free spirit, they say. Number 9. Don't hang out with laundry at night. Want to see your favorite empowered female banshee hanging out at the laundry area? That's easy, just hang out your freshly washed laundry at 11 p.m. at night. Apparently Pontiac their prey by sniffing out the smell of fresh laundry. So sucks to be a diligent household chores enthusiast. The real reason we think lies in the fact that because at night, we'll be asleep to notice if it rains or not and might need to move the laundry. Number 10. Never cut your nails at night. The creepy reasons include shortening your life, leaving your DNA around for spirits to steal and take your form, and confusing your loved ones or people using your nails for black magic. The real reason probably came from way back in the days when light at night was scarce. And cutting your nails at night means you might lead to injury. Pretty legit. Number 11. Wash your feet when you reach home. Damn, these pesky spirits are back at it again. It is believed that if you don't wash your feet and in some versions, the face as well, wandering spirits might follow you home. This is a good one if you're trying to tell someone that their feet are stinking up the whole place. Number 12. According to superstition, the person in the middle will die. For no reason whatsoever, besides the fact that we'll all eventually die. This myth is probably linked to how odd numbers are considered bad luck, or some person who couldn't deal with asymmetry and disallowed odd numbers in groups. Number 13. In Mandarin, the phrase giving a clock sounds the same as attending a funeral. Hence, giving clocks or watches as presents is considered taboo in Chinese culture as it's a reference to death itself. What about shoes? Also originating from Chinese beliefs, the pronunciation of the word shoes sounds exactly the same as the word evil in Mandarin. That's why it's not advisable to buy a new pair of kicks in the first few days of Lunar New Year. Not to mention, gifting someone a pair of shoes is a sign the receiver will walk away from your life. We won't take any chances. Number 13. The Superstitions at Hungry Ghost Month. During Hungry Ghost Month, people observe most of the mistas like avoiding stepping in offerings or joss sticks in the ground. Stranger practices include not tapping on someone's shoulder during that month. The explanation: Chinese belief that there are 3 flames, one on the forehead and only on each shoulder. It's bad for these flames to go out, which can happen when someone pats you on the shoulder. Another belief is to stop swimming during the 7th month in case spirits try to drag you down. It's basically a month when the gates of hell open and all the ghosts are released to visit their loved ones or wander around. So yeah, we suppose you could just stay at home to be safe. Number 14. Don't trim your nails at night. It is believed that trimming nails at night will attract angry spirits. If that isn't creepy enough, most folks believe these spirits will steal your discarded nails and bring bad luck to your household. The origins of this may have come from the olden days, assuming that a light source at night was uncommon in the past back when Singapore was still a village. Perhaps our parents wanted to ensure we did not cut ourselves if we were to do so in the night. Number 15. A 30-day confinement period for new mothers. Imagine not washing your hair or taking a bath for 30 days straight. These are just 2 of the many rules that new mothers in Singapore have to heed after giving birth. As the body has gone through physical stress during birth, the confinement period is meant for new mothers to recuperate and recover by following a strict diet and avoiding dangers like sharp objects and cold water, which may shock the body when at its weakest. Number 16. Never take photos of a sleeping person. While this superstition seems inspired by the Instagram generation, it actually originates back to the old days when film photography was the only mode of capturing images. It is believed that when we sleep, our souls wander away from our body and can be captured. If our photos are taken with a blinding flash from infrared Yashica cameras. Fast forward to the world of smartphones today. This superstition seems like a distant memory, but don't be surprised if many still believe it. Number 17. Don't open an umbrella indoors. A popular superstition in Asia, people are generally discouraged from opening an umbrella indoors as it is thought to rain in bad luck to you. The explanation behind this is that umbrellas are used as a shield against the rain, and if opened indoors, it will act as an insult to the sun gods, which will then cast bad luck on you. In hindsight, keeping your umbrella closed indoors does make sense, since you are already sheltered after all. Number 18. Rolling a pineapple into a new home. With many new homeowners in Singapore, this is one superstition that is practiced regularly. It is related to a feng shui practice, where homeowners are encouraged to conduct a cleansing ritual when stepping into their new home. This includes knocking on the door thrice and rolling a pineapple while shouting "Huara," a saying that means good fortune. Couples have also been told to note where the pineapple stops, as this resembles the fortune spot. Number 19. We all carry a lucky charm with us. Have you ever seen $1 Singapore coin? It's inscribed with an octagon, which looks like a Chinese bagua. That's the tool used in feng shui to learn which areas in a space, such as the home or office building, correlate with particular aspects of life. It's also used as protection against negative energy and creates good fortune and harmony. When the construction of the MRT tunnels through downtown Singapore first began, feng shui masters said that would have a negative effect on us. The cure: carrying a bagua around at all times. However, since it would be impossible to get everyone across all races and religions to adhere to this Chinese belief, the design was allegedly incorporated into the $1 coin. That way, everyone would have a bagua on them. According to hearsay, this was the idea of none other than the late Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew.